Can we go back to that moment, that day?
Mm-hmm.
When it first happened, did you know, like, immediately what the injury was? Like, what had happened exactly?
Yeah. So going back to that moment, that game was going great. I was in such a flow state. Everything I feel like was going right. I got a sack. They took it away because of a penalty, but then I got it. And then I was like, all right, here we go. I'm going to keep going. I'm playing at a high level. And then boom, I get this sack. And I get another sack, and so I'm wrapped around the quarterback.
He gets a lot of sacks.
Sacks are a good thing for all the non-football listeners.
Can you explain quickly what a sack is? You're basically just tackling the quarterback for people that don't.
Is that the simple version?
Yeah, a sack is in my position what is the what you want in every game. You want to accumulate as many sacks, hitting that quarterback and as much as you can. And so this game, I was hitting the quarterback a lot to break it down. And on this one freak thing, he stepped up. I wrapped around him. I felt my legs almost just whiplash, and then it hit something. And it's like, initially, I just thought it was a bone pain, and I just thought I just bruised my leg. So I'm on the ground. Kind of all the breath is taken out of me, and I reach over and I grab my leg, and then I can feel my fibula like sticking out. Not out of the skin, but it was just like, you ever just reach down and you feel something poking out and you're like, that's not right, you know?
No, I don't know that feeling.
No, I didn't either. That was a first. And so literally right when I reached down and I grabbed my leg, I was like, it's broke. And guys were all standing above me, and I was kind of, literally in that moment, adrenaline's running. It's like, I can't breathe. I'm in so much pain, and I'm kind of just yelling it to my teammates just so they can get guys to run out, to get the trainers to run out on the field. And I was in this unbearable pain where it's like, there's a clip of me actually, I was ripping my gloves off and throwing them because it's like, I almost couldn't even like be in my own skin. Cause I knew it was broken, and it felt like so messed up. And I didn't know how gruesome it was until I saw the replay after. My leg was in half on my teammate's leg. And I'm just like, it was wild. And so I was laying there, and it was painful, and then they said it, and then I was good. And then right after that is when I feel like it all hit me, to where it was like you said, I was having this career year. It was like everything was going right. Everything felt, I was in this flow state the entire first part of the season, and then it just got ripped away from me. And all I could think about, I remember they put the air cast on my leg to put me on the stretcher, to put me on the cart to go. And all I remember thinking is just, one, I'm not going to be able to play in the Super Bowl. And two, this season that I was on this Defensive Player of the Year track, everything got ripped away from me, and that's all gone. And I was getting so emotional on the field, not because it hurt, but just because of how upsetting, when you put so much time into something like that, so much, like all the hours working. And I've had a season-ending injury before, but this one was different because we were balling out as a team, and I was balling out. And it was like, this is everything that I wanted to do, everything that I wanted to accomplish was right in front of me. I could see it. Yeah. I could feel it, but it got taken away like that off of a play that was a really good play, and guys couldn't believe that I still held on for the sack. So I still got that last sack, which I'm pumped about. But those were kind of the initial moments when, all I remember is just being so upset and having that towel just cover my face because I was so emotional, and guys were coming up to me, and it's like, I've been in the position too where guys have gotten hurt, and you go up to them and you say, hey man, it's going to be okay. And then just being on the flip side, you're on your back, you're helpless, and guys are just coming up and, shaking your hand and stuff. And you're just like, dude, 10 seconds ago, I was, doing my thing on track to do. And the next thing you know, it's like, there it goes. It's all gone. And now it's time to rehab. And it's just like, it takes time. And it took me time to get over that. But those were the initial feelings that were really, it was hard.
Yeah, I can't imagine.